So when you say Christian-based RPG, what does that look like? Are you talking about the symbolisms that you show in the books, or what specifically does that mean?
Well, there's symbolism. There's a lot of symbolism in the world of Soterion. Let me try to give you an example. One of the kingdoms in Soterion is its name is Mara Simla. Mara Simla means defiled garments in Hebrew. Now, I took random symbolism sometimes from different places, but the seven kingdoms are kind of representative of the seven churches in Revelation. And so they're not representative. There doesn't need to be a representation, but they have aspects of.
They're patterns.
And so And so I kind of named some of those kingdoms after what they are. And there's a place where Christ says in Revelation, "You've defiled your garments." And so and another example would be the races. I have a derived language from Greek. And so, from Greek and Hebrew. So, for example, the giants in the world are the Raphadim, which they now call in the common tongue the Raphad. So they've shortened it. But in the original language, it's Raphadim, which Raph is giant and Adam is man. So, and I guess I'll give you one more because I should have probably started with this one.
Okay.
The Minotaurs are the Shaur Adam. Shaur is bull and Adam is man. Now, each one of the races has their own thing that they can do, but my most favorite power not power, but ability that any of the races have is the Sharads, because they, in combat, can sacrifice their lives for the lives of the rest of the party to get away. So it doesn't matter if they have an entire army against them. They become a one-man army holding off so that their friends can get away.
Wow.
And this is representative of Christ, because in Leviticus, the bull was supposed to be, the sacrificial bull was supposed to be a symbol of Christ's sacrifice for us, a selfless sacrifice. So there's symbolism there, but there's also, in the game design, I don't want to tell you too much, but in the game design that I've written for the first game, I've written the first game out from start to finish. It was 147 pages to write out the entire game. It's because it's an RPG and there's so many options.
Right.
And I'm sure once we start really getting development of it, it'll be a lot larger. But anyway, in the game is a interactive Bible, and it's part of the plot line. However, the player doesn't have to interact with it. He doesn't have to flip through anything, but he can. You can go to your inventory, click on it, and read the whole Bible.
Wow.
And so I take God's promise very seriously, that my word doesn't return void. It accomplishes that which I want it to. And so, I had a great conversation with one of the guys from Left Behind Games, and he told me that they had a scrolling link at the bottom of their game where people could click on and go to websites that would tell you how to get saved, or tell you about things the common misconceptions about Christianity, evolution, different things like that. And so there was a place where you could email with questions. He said that they received over 1,000 emails of people who got saved from clicking on that link.
Wow.
I was like, buddy, I don't know how much money you made off the game, but you got treasure laid up in heaven.
Amen.
And so just the idea that one person, even one person that plays this game, would actually read through a Bible in the inventory. That's just, it's worth all the time and effort put into it.
Right.
But even more encouraging, I was speaking to our website host one time, and I was trying to do some updating to it, and the woman that I was talking to, she's clicking through our website, she's like, "What is this?" I was like, "It's a video game." She's like, "Well, yeah, I know it's a video game, but I haven't seen it anywhere." And I was like, "Well, no, it's in development. It's a Christian video game." She's like, "Well, I'm not a Christian, but I don't care if this is a Muslim video game. I would play it." And I was like, "Really?" She was just like, "Yeah, you got some really good art here. And so I'm pretty sure that it's going to be good quality. Let me know when it comes out."
Right.
And so I was like, and I said, I'm going to quote you on this.
Exactly. Good marketing.
So, yeah, I'm keeping my promise. But anyway, I don't even remember what the question was. I get off on tangents.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Oh, the symbolism. I asked about the symbolism. So.
Now, you will also have an RPG book available, as I understand. What does that look like?
The book is in development.
Okay.
It has been developed, but we kind of, we're revamping it because for different reasons. So we've got new artists and new art and all kinds of, things to add to it. And so, and plus we wanted to do it through a publisher. Mm-hmm. So, and our publisher's very interested. He loves all of the art from the RPG book. So, buy the book, buy the novel, so that we can come out with the RPG book.
Yeah.
If the novel does well, then might be the next phase. Don't know if we're going to start on the next novel or on the RPG book, but the RPG book tells so much more about the world. It's got a 2,000-year history in it. So yeah, the RPG book, it's about half rules that explain how to play the game, and then it's half world content. It basically tells you about the world, the different kings and queens, and the different races that you can play, their backgrounds, where they come from. I tell in the histories about the different wars, how they all migrate, how all the kingdoms migrated from one kingdom, and why, and so it explains a lot about the world of Soterion, and I even had it beta tested by a group of guys who said, we only play D&D, we play D&D, and we're not ever going to play anything else, but we'll try your thing, and so it was really funny. I mean, these guys are hardcore, and I had them test it out, and it was a group of 5 guys, and he comes back to me, Alex Strickland is the guy's name. He comes back to me, and he's like, wow, we're only playing your game from now.
Wow.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, can you mind telling me why? Give me a little plug there, or, and he's like, the amount of content for this world is amazing. And he said, at first the rules were a little blocky and a little weird, but it allows for much more character development. It allows you to get more into your character and all that. And he said, and just the information you had on the kings and the queens and all the other stuff, like, these characters are really well thought out.
A lot of
and so, I mean, I was really blessed by that. To hear that from somebody, and then that they were only going to play my game from then on. So,
right.